Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattled, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the Bethlehem Color Guard, and how about Alana? She's going to be performing over at Zinsenplatz later this evening, so make sure you get out there and see her. Please, everyone, sit down. I actually want them to stand like I have to the entire time, but no, I'm just kidding. As we do every year, we invite Pastor Hopeton Clennon from Central Moravian Church to come up and give an invocation for this year's Musikfest.
The significance of the 40th annual Musikfest invites us to think about the role that specific number plays in Holy Scriptures of some faith traditions. In days, 40 is the length of time for discernment, when we are able to determine a desired pathway forward, like 40 days in the wilderness. In years, 40 is a length of time for the passing of a generation and proper preparation for entry into promised land, like 40 years in the wilderness. This 40 speaks to us as a time of preparation for greater excellence in our beloved city of Bethlehem. And so we pray, gracious God, may the words of our lips convey the depth of joy, the depth of gratitude in our hearts. May these very words prove to be a blessing to those who call Bethlehem their home on a permanent basis, on a temporary basis, and maybe even for a few hours in one of these 11 days. May it be a blessing for vendors. May it be a blessing for volunteers. And may the hard work of those who have organized, those who have practiced for performances, and those who have come prepared to shop, may their hard work bear the fruit of their expectation. And should an occasion for alarm arise, keep us in the cleft of the rock. In the name of all that is holy, we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much for that, Pastor. And now I want to give a special shout out. When you do something like Musikfest for 40 years, you don't just need a community, you need both the public and the private sector that help make this possible. And I want to take a few minutes to recognize all of those public sector folks that are up on stage here. Give them a huge round of applause as we finish introducing them. So I will begin now. Selena Winchester representing U.S. Congresswoman Susan Wild. Amy Cozy representing U.S. Senator Casey. State Representative Steve Samuelson, Ann Flood, Ryan McKenzie, Malou McKenzie, Jeannie McNeil. Lehigh County Executive Phillips Armstrong. Northampton County Council members Carrie Myers, Lori Hefner, Kevin Lott, Tara Zarinsky, Tom Giovanni. BASD Superintendent Jack Silva. Lehigh County Commissioners Zach Cole-Borgi, Antonia Panetta, Jeffrey Dutt, of course, Mayor Willie Reynolds, and we'll talk about in our minute from our sister city, Mayor Arnold from Schwäbisch Gmünd, Germany. Wow, Mayor, that's a bigger applause than I got, so that's awesome to have you here. Bethlehem City Council members Michael Colon, Rachel Leone, Kira Wilhelm, Grace Crampsey Smith, Paige Van Wert, and from the city of Bethlehem we have Laura Collins, EDCED of Bethlehem, Alicia Carner, DCED of Bethlehem, and we've got up here also with us Bishop Hopeton Clennon, which you heard from, and Orville Trout, Chair of the ArtsQuest Board of Trustees. Please give them a huge round of applause. Before we move on with some things, there's a moment I want to take to thank a very special group of people. This would be the city departments, the local EMS, Northampton County Emergency Management, the Bethlehem Police Department, their tireless efforts throughout the year to keep you safe, not just during the 11 days of Musikfest, but 365 days a year in Bethlehem. I would argue we have the best law enforcement in the country, and a huge round of applause for all emergency responders. And as you heard me say, about a year ago, several of us here at ArtsQuest in the city were able to visit our sister city, Schwäbisch Gmünd in Germany. As you may know, ArtsQuest and Musikfest and Christkindlmarkt and Oktoberfest and Steel Stacks, everything here has taken its inspiration from our German sisters and brothers. So we are so honored to be able to reciprocate and bring a number of dignitaries. I know they are out here in the audience tonight from Schwäbisch Gmünd. Y'all need to show them a party for the next 11 days, but it's my honor to welcome up to the stage to say a few words, Mayor Arnold.
Thank you, Kathy. Well, first of all, let me say, it's great to be here in Bethlehem. Wonderful. And I want to thank you all that I could come over as mayor of Schwäbisch Gmünd, together with my colleagues from the council, 7 council members, just to show them how things are really well done here in Bethlehem. Mayor Reynolds, you do a great job, I must tell you. The ideas we got, the inspiration we got the last couple of days, that's just wonderful. I mean, the Musikfest you are doing here, you said you got the inspiration from Schwäbisch Gmünd. Now we are getting inspirations here from you. The developments you are undertaking, you know, the recovery, restructuring, all that. This is really very, very positive. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your hospitality, and we are enjoying it. Thank you very much.
I know the mayor is saying he's learning from us, but I have to tell you one tidbit. When we went to Schwäbisch Gmünd last year, they treated us to a musical that was 3 hours And Schwäbisch Gmünd's population is very similar to Bethlehem. Ready for this? Fully 1% of the entire population of the city was involved in that production. A spectacular job, and we were so well entertained. So thank you, Mayor and everybody. And now there is a man who needs no introduction, but we are so excited to welcome to the stage. Please help me welcome Mayor Willie, soon to be a father, Reynolds.
Thank you, Mayor Arnold. We have the mayor look down here as well. There are a lot of special things about our community, but at the top of the list is that spirit of what we feel every time we're in our city. And I've been saying this the past couple of days, that the 10 days during Musikfest is an advertisement for Bethlehem, but it is also the best of us. We come together, we volunteer, we share time with each other, we talk about who we were and who we are and who we're gonna be, and we do it together. Walking around, having a beer, having some water, eating some corn, whatever it is you like about Musikfest, but we do it together. And here in our 40th year of Musikfest, we have changed a lot as a city in the past 40 years, and Musikfest has changed as well. But we are better than ever, and not just because of the people on the stage, but because of you. Bethlehem is not run by the mayor or City Hall or the people within City Hall. It is run by the citizens who understand that we're at our best when we are together. We are at our best when we're helping each other, supporting each other, and creating experiences. It's not what's inside me or inside you, it's about that space between us and how we can share that and create those memories that last a lifetime. That's the energy, that's the vibrancy, that's the spirit that Mayor Arnold talks about, that Cassie talks about, that we all feel every day. So let me close by just saying, the next 10 days are not just about Musikfest. It's about that spirit of Bethlehem. It's about the best of us. And let's get this party started. Thanks.
Every time I come up, I have to lower the microphone. Thank you all. Thank you, Mayor. That was spectacular. And now we get to our Mar Simpson Awards. I talked earlier about the public sector and what it takes. None of this would happen without them. Now we have to add the 300+ sponsors that help Musikfest happen every year. And each year, we recognize a few that are particularly amazing. And to do just that, before I bring them up on stage, I want you to know that ArtsQuest has 5 boards. We have over 80 board members that help to run and govern this organization, from visual arts to performing arts to all of the strategic planning that goes into it. And at the very head of that is Orville Trout, who is the chair of our board of trustees. He is the executive vice president for human resources, corporate affairs, and administration at Crayola. Please join me in welcoming Orville to the stage.
Thank you, Cassie. I am excited to be here, and I love the energy. And this tells me it's going to be a great music fest. So let's say, yeah. All right, so I wanted to just begin by saying I am also excited to see the energy out there and all of you here celebrating our Music Fest for its 40th anniversary. Music Fest, over the past 39 years, has brought the community together and has also welcomed guests from 39 states and 8 countries worldwide. Thank you. Today, it is my pleasure to thank those businesses who have partnered with ArtsQuest and Musikfest over the years by presenting the Mar Simpson Awards for 2023. Let me begin, though, first by sharing that each award was handcrafted by ArtsQuest Glass Studio, and please be sure to visit their tent located on the Steel campus. So our first award winner today is Molly Irish Grill and Sports Pub. I see he has a lot of fans out there. Molly's Irish Grill and Sports Pub, located on East 4th Street on Bethlehem South Side, was established on July 7th, 2010 by Carolyn Scott and managing partner Charles Chaz Patrick. Molly's is named after Chaz's daughter, Molly, who attended Liberty High School. Since their initial opening, Molly's has continued to proudly support ArtsQuest and Musikfest through advertising in virtually all of their offerings, in addition to hosting numerous ArtsQuest holiday parties and special events for their staff. Molly's is known for providing the perfect pint, traditional Irish comfort food, and a lively, fun, and friendly atmosphere. Chaz and his team has always been there to support Musikfest and ArtsQuest, whether it's a planned event in advance or if it's something that's done on the spur of the moment, and for that, ArtsQuest is grateful. So accepting this award, a man that needs no introduction, and the owner of Molly's Irish Grill and Pub, is Chaz Patrick. Beautiful.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to do a photo.
Oh, Chaz, come on. Chaz.
I wasn't planning on, I didn't know. So, back when we started Molly's many, many years ago, it was a great place. We were very happy to be there. And as we grew and came with ArtsQuest, it just was the right thing to do for the community, for us, for them, for everybody. You know, we just wanted to continue to support and grow our business and grow our roots in the city of Bethlehem. And it's just been a great honor for myself, my staff, my family, to always be able to do this. So thank you all. We appreciate all of your love and business, and hope to see you through the week after 11 o'clock. Woo! And go Birds.
Our second award winner is BSI Corporate Benefits. BSI has been a partner with ArtsQuest since 2019, in addition to being our benefit provider for almost 4 years. Anthony Tony DeRay, agency principal and chief executive officer, started this company back in 2003. Initially, Tony served clients on the insurance carrier side before realizing his true passion was to be an advocate for clients rather than insurance carriers. Today, BSI's mission is to be an advocate for clients on both a human and a financial level, and thanks to Tony, he has redefined the industry. BSI Vice President Vicky Dulé preceded me as chair of the Board of Trustees, and she extended her time during COVID for a full year during the pandemic, a truly uncertain time for this event-based organization, and she did a phenomenal job. BSI is the proud sponsor of the Steel Terrace at Musikfest Wind Creek Steel Stage, a VIP experience that is unmatched at the festival. Each year, BSI kicks off Musikfest by graciously hosting a cocktail reception just prior to the start of the festival for many of their clients. Shortly after the conclusion of this year's Musikfest, BSI will be relocating their office just blocks away from the Steel Stacks campus. Their new home will be the former Victory Firehouse located at Webster and Columbus Streets. We look forward to seeing them in the neighborhood. Accepting this award today is Tony DeRay, founder and principal of BSI Corporate Benefits.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. got the most important thing.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, real quick so the music can get on. So I stand here with a ton of pride in thinking that in 1911, my great-grandfather stepped off the boat in Ellis Island, New York, and settled right here in the Lehigh Valley. 80 years between my great-grandfather and my grandfather at Bethlehem Steel. So if they were each alive today, I would be so humbled to stand in front of them and to stand on this stage now with so many of you that me and my BSI teammates have an opportunity to represent in this community and say thank you to all of you. And equally as important, thank you to all of you in the community for letting me and my BSI teammates live out what, even in a for-profit world, what success means to us, which is to be a part of this community, to serve ArtsQuest, and certainly to rock out during Musikfest. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, and our third award winner tonight is Service Electric Network. Service Electric Network is the official cable and internet provider and partner for Musikfest. The company is truly a family affair, founded by John Walston Sr. in 1948. Following his discovery of the nation's first community antenna television system, later known as cable television, Service Electric Network does a tremendous job providing local community programming. Everything from Lehigh Valley sports scene, Service Electric Polka Show, Musikfest Cafe Live, and Best of the Fest, just to name a few. John Walston Jr., who took over the business in 1993, led the company to become one of our original founding partners after meeting Musikfest founder Jeff Parks in 1984. John's tremendous effort helped Musikfest get off the ground. Since then, Service Electric Network broadcasts more than 160 hours of the festival every single year, utilizing multiple television crews that are set up throughout the festival grounds. In addition to the live broadcast at Musikfest, they produce Musikfest 360, a compilation of content from the last 40 years of the festival. Additionally, they produce Musikfest Cafe Live, which plays both live and replayed shows from inside the cafe. Service Electric Network also broadcasts shows for the Levitt Pavilion at Steel Stacks. And over the last 10 years, they've produced Best of the Fest, a show dedicated to providing teasers and highlights of what to expect at the current year's festival. Accepting this award today is Christy Fulkerson, who began her journey with SEN for quite some time, and I'll let her come up and say a few words.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to do a photo op.
Right there. Good? Thank you. All right. Sorry for my tardiness. Had some TV duties to attend to before coming up on stage. Accepting this award, of course, on behalf of our president, John Walston, and our entire Service Electric team. We're so honored to be a part of Musikfest since day one and a partner with ArtsQuest since day one. Going back to the very beginning, we started broadcasting in 1984. Our then general manager, Don Hunt, knew what Jeff Parks knew, had the foresight to see, along with John Walston Jr., our president at the time, that this would turn into the biggest event of the year for the community, and it has so for us as well at Service Electric. Our team is here what feels like 24/7, but probably more like 16, 18 hours a day to bring the hundreds of hours of Musikfest coverage, and we love every minute of it. So we hope when you can't be here that you're watching us from home and having with us from afar. Our thanks to Jeff Parks, to Cassie Hilger, and everybody in between that has made this festival always about the community and for the community, which is what we as Service Electric as a company does as well, and tries to give back as much as we can. So we really appreciate your efforts and love being a partner, and happy festing, happy 40th anniversary, and thanks again. And go Giants.
Go Steelers. All right, so Want to thank Orville again and our Mars Simpson Award winners, Tony, Chaz, and Christy. Thank you all that you have done for Arts Quest and Music Fest. Big round of applause for them. It's 40 years, 40 years. So we've got some special proclamations to mark this momentous occasion. And this is not marking what Arts Quest and Music Fest has done. This is marking what all of us have done together to come together as a community to put on the nation's largest free music festival. Is a very special moment. So now I'd like to invite up to the podium Lehigh County Executive Phil Armstrong.
First of all, hello to Cassie's mother. I want to make sure I did that. But as we have a proclamation for 40 years, the big thing about what we want to honor today, and I think the mayor of Bethlehem said it the best, music brings people together. And in this time, especially in America, we need 10 days where we are bringing people together. So to honor, thank you, to honor the 40 years, Lehigh County and Lehigh County commissioners have issued a proclamation declaring this day in history and an important day for all the citizens of this area. And we definitely want to congratulate all of the volunteers and everybody that goes together to make something like this happen. Congratulations.
And now please welcome State Representative Steve Samuelson.
Thank you, and I want to have my colleague Jeannie McNeil come up here. Music Fest is so large it spans 2 counties and 2 legislative districts. So we have a proclamation from the House of Representatives. Music Fest has transformed our city over the last 40 years. Our streets, our plazas, our pavilions, and our plazas are filled with music year-round. And we all know that Music Fest is the place to get together and be together with friends and neighbors, whether they're from around the community, around the state, or around the world. So we have a citation from the Pennsylvania House of Representatives in honor of the incredible 40th anniversary of Music Fest, which I want to present to Cassie Hilgert on behalf of Representative McNeil and myself and all of our colleagues here in the Lehigh Valley. Thank you. We also have a proclamation from someone I was with this afternoon. His name is Governor Josh Shapiro, and he wanted to send a proclamation in honor of this momentous occasion. Governor Shapiro writes, "I commend all of those who continue to provide a platform for culture and music through performance, through education, and through production. I am certain that Music Fest will continue to have a positive impact on the community and play an integral role in celebrating music for many years to come." Signed, Governor Josh Shapiro. So on behalf of all of us, we want to thank the volunteers, we want to thank the sponsors, we want to thank the musicians, the artists, and all of you for coming out to support Music Fest. Whether you're festing for the first time tonight or whether you've been here every year for 40 years. Happy Music Fest.
Spectacular, thank you for that. And now I'd like to introduce Amy Cozy from U.S. Senator Bob Casey's office. So good to see you.
Keep this very short and sweet. I have a letter from Senator Casey. Dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to extend my warmest regards and congratulations as you celebrate the 40th year of Music Fest. Music Fest's profoundly positive impact on the Bethlehem community and beyond is a true testament to your dedication and commitment throughout these many years. Thank you for all the work that you have done and all that you continue to do. I look forward to seeing your continued success for many more years to come. Sincerely, Robert P. Casey.
And finally, we have Selena Winchester on behalf of Congresswoman Susan Wild.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank Mayor Reynolds and Cassie and Joanne for inviting the office of Congresswoman Susan Wild to help you in celebrating the 40th year of Musikfest. I usually come for the aw shucks, but this year I want to thank you for bringing El Gran Combo on Friday, which is a band I grew up listening to in Panama. So I am looking forward to El Gran Combo on Friday. So, on behalf of the office of Congresswoman Susan Wild, we are here to present you with a certificate of special congressional recognition to ArtsQuest in celebration of the 40th anniversary of Musikfest in Bethlehem.
Okay, as we wrap things up, there's a few folks that I'd like to recognize, if you will indulge me. First of all, as I mentioned at the top of this, I work at ArtsQuest, but I work with some of the most amazing, passionate, creative people I have ever met in my life. If you would please give an enormous round of applause to every ArtsQuest staff member and their families who help make our programming possible year-round. There is another group. It is a group you may be familiar with. It is a group that started Musikfest, and those are the volunteers. This year we have 12 volunteers who will be volunteering at all 40 Musikfests. They run this festival. They keep us honest. Trust me, they have thrown me out of ticket booths. They make sure this is successful because we know we are showcasing this wonderful city of Bethlehem to the world, so I cannot thank them enough. And before we get this festival going, I want to give a special thanks. We've got staff, we've got 1,200 volunteers, 300 sponsors, 2,500 members, and an entire city, including our emergency responders, who decide every single year that we're going to build a city within a city, and we're going to show the world how Bethlehem does festivals. So who wants to get this 40th thing going? Let's get the 40th Musikfest going. Thank you for coming out. God bless you all. Be safe. God bless America, and let's get this party started.